Hello, Internet, and welcome to the SwirlyCast, the only audio show that can be enjoyed by humans and yokai alike, and is the subject of not needing a controller to be hooked up into the console in order to work. Weird, because consoles require controllers to work, unless you're the Kinect, so. But even then, the Kinect isn't that good. But that's besides the point. I'm your host, Koma. Happy you decided to spend a few minutes out of your day to come hang out with us, and with formalities out of the way, what is on the mind today? Not a particular game today, but we're going to be talking about a more generalized topic. So tell me, have any of you played a game at a kiosk? Like those things that you can find in stores that have like game consoles and stuff like them? I played my fair share. So, if you don't know, usually in order to promote like a console or something, a game store or like say Walmart or Target will put up these kiosks featuring consoles, and you'll be able to play demos of certain games. It was my first exposure to the Wii U because I got to play New Super Mario Bros. U on it, and thus I am now a Wii U owner. As as sad as that may seem. uh, but Yeah, we're just going to be talking about my memories with gaming at a kiosk and talking about some notable titles that I played and how I got introduced to them. So let's start off relatively young, let's say. I remember when I was eating at a McDonald's once when I was a wee little child, and I got to play Sonic the Hedgehog 2, like on the actual Genesis. It was actually pretty cool. They had like this massive kiosk featuring a bunch of games. And yeah, Sonic 2 was one of them. And it was the multiplayer, but it was my first exposure to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I don't think I played it for that long because I needed somebody else to play the game with me. And I think I only played Emerald Hill Zone. But still, like it was my first exposure to classic Sonic after being after only playing Advance 3 and Sonic Heroes, because those were the only games that I had for a little while. But it was just a nice little memory that I had. And then I eventually got through Sonic 2. So, yeah, it was a good time. I remember that quite fondly. I remember that I would like eat a bunch of chicken McNuggets and just play Sonic 2 until they removed the kiosk, which was very, very upsetting. Coincidentally, the next story that I'm going to be talking about is, I think, in the exact same location, and it was how I first got exposed to Mario Kart Double Dash, which was one of the first and pretty much only GameCube games that I regularly played, aside from the Wind Waker, and even then, it's on the Wii U, so. But that's aside from the point. It was a very awkward control scheme. I do remember it that much. It had the wheel instead of an analog stick, and yeah, that wasn't exactly very fun to control. Like the A button was like a pedal, and if you didn't have a chair, this game was massively uncomfortable to play, and I never really understood how exactly it worked. I think the only time that I got there was when a kid just got done and he was playing through Dry Desert, and to say that I was very bad was kind of an understatement. But it's still my first ever exposure to an actual GameCube, because it was actual hardware. It wasn't like a fake emulator sort of thing. No, it was an actual GameCube. It actually did have Mario Kart Double Dash on it, and I still want to try and see if I can get a GameCube, or at least some way that I can actually play the games, because it was an era of gaming that I missed out on, because if you know me, I went from Game Boy Advance to DS to Wii U, and then from Wii to 360 to Wii U to Switch, and yeah, I just missed out on the GameCube entirely, because well, it was way past my time. Well, no, I wouldn't even say that, because like I don't even think I was the right age for it at the time. But yet I still got a Game Boy Advance. Story for another day, I guess. But aside from that, we're going to be talking about another thing, and I was going to be speaking on the time that I got to play the Wii U for the first time in a gaming kiosk. So I was at a GameStop, just picking out a couple things, and I noticed that whilst we were doing some things, that a Wii U kiosk was open. Because I was very interested in the Wii U at this point because Splatoon was a thing, Mario Maker also existed, and it was just a good time. I had a good time all around, and I played New Super Mario Bros. U because I wasn't gonna play Zombie U because that was one. I think that was one of the only other games that were there aside from Nintendo Land. Of course, Mario was my main focus at the time, so I played New Super Mario Bros. U. I remember it being pretty fun, all things considered. I never actually got the game, nor its deluxe version, but why would you get the deluxe version when you can just play the original? But aside from the point, um, yeah, I just remember it was really fun, and it makes me happy that Mario Maker 2 has the flying squirrel suit. So yeah, I at least got to mess around with that power without having to actually play through New Super Mario Bros. U. So it was just a couple of nice memories that I had. I don't know how exactly the game is, but I only played one level before the demo was over, so I don't know. I'll leave that up to you because yeah, it was something. Let me know, guys. Like, if you ever played through that game, how was it? Because I'd be interested in getting it because I do enjoy the new Super Mario Brothers games for the ones I played. The first three I definitely did, and I didn't play U because at the time I didn't have a Wii U, so obviously I couldn't play it. But aside from the point, so let's talk about like gaming at a kiosk in like in general, like what exactly it what is actually kind of fascinating about this because like certain stores they well certain developers I should say they actually give out cartridges that have like demo footage on it. So, like games that haven't even came out yet or going to come out. And I don't know for like a fact that the DS did this, and it was a way to get people very much interested in the in the software because I know Mario Kart DS was one of the few games that actually had a pretty different beta compared to the final release, and I think efforts are being made to restore that kiosk demo, and I think it's pretty cool because Mario Kart DS is my second favorite in the series, right after Mario Kart 8. So, or deluxe, I have to say. But that's yeah, a story for another day, of course. Again, but yeah, it's just really fascinating. And of course, there could be games altogether that never got released. Because like, I don't know exactly, but I do know that one DS game was one of those kiosk cartridges, and it never released. It was fully completed, but yeah, that was the only way that you could play the game aside from emulating it through a repro. Well, I'm not exactly sure that even the ROM exists anymore because aside from like the kiosk demos, I don't even think that game is like fully available. So it's kind of depressing, not gonna lie. So like it's kind of a tragic fate that a completed game never got released for whatever reason. But yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know the exact name. I can't remember it from the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure if I did a little bit more research, I would be able to tell you exactly what it is. But it's not a game that I was particularly interested in to begin with, so it's it's whatever. It's for fans, so I'll let it be that like that. But yeah, going back on topic now, yeah, it's just so interesting to see like betas be publicly available because like New Super Mario Bros. U did not have a demo on the Wii U aside from these kiosk demos because and it just never got released as outside of that. And with the days of digital distributions and stuff like that, you can get a demo for a game that you really really want to play through the comfort of your own home, and that's very convenient. But I'll always remember the magic of going to play a game at a kiosk, and it's just a little bit of special memories that I hold dear. It's not exactly something that's cutting edge technology. On the contrary, it's actually very primitive, especially when it comes to newer gen hardware. But I will definitely say that it has been a huge part of my childhood, and it's how I got exposed to a pretty good selection of games. Again, it was how I got exposed to the Wii U. It's how I got introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Mario Kart Double Dash. That can't be understated, and it's why I still love kiosk gaming even to this day. But I think that's where we're going to be calling the episode for now. It was nice to look back on the memories of the kiosk gaming, and it was just a part of my childhood. Like I said, it was very fascinating, and it's just something I fondly look back on. But with that, this has been Koma, and ladies and gents and NBs we do not exclude on this channel, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the SwirlyCast. Until next time, bye bye! Yeah, actually, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the only game that I played on an actual Genesis. Really think about that for a second. For as big a Sonic fan as I am, I probably should have played more games on the actual Genesis.